We're rolling.
What's up? It's Sammy, the Spanish guy Guevara, and new TNT champion. And you, yes, you, right now are listening to the
Bob Culture Podcast.
Bob Culture Podcast.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Nothing between the lines of the page or out of time. Forgiveness is for angels with its angel bell and a line. Lost in no second chance or redemption can be found. 'Cause you can't run the devil and the devil is hunting you down.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into a very special Goon edition of the BCP. Very excited for this one, and I know I always say it, but this is super long overdue. Guys, excited to welcome in a hashtag wrestling fashion, not nominee, but winner. He is one of the best managers on the scene and currently part of the BCP Best Feud of 2021 winners with the Goons and Erica Lee. Such a great thing. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Please welcome to the show, member of the Goons, Big Dust. Dust, welcome in, man. How are you, bro?
Good to be here. Good to be here.
There it is. I was hoping we'd get one of those, man. And that's actually one of the questions, man. We'll bring it in right with that. I can't do it. The ew. Like, where does that come from, man? That's like your signature thing.
Gosh. Okay, I'm excited now. That's a good question.
Gotcha.
So a lot of bits kind of center around the fellas just kind of hanging out with each other. Yeah. That one, I remember it was me, Killian, and a guy I used to train with who if you've seen any of our content, you've probably heard and named Nelson Bauer, aka Nelly. Probably heard the name around a lot. Me and him and Killian's old roommate and trainer, Sonny Deeds. So he one day would just kept going, ew, like just randomly. And apparently there's like an even bigger history from that. Like a lot of folks have done it even before Sonny. Awesome. Like Sonny might have gotten it from someone else. Like I think Muddy Waters did it before him.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, like a lot of folks. And I just kind of took it because I just love saying it. It was just a lot of fun. And I remember I first started managing, and the first thing I was taught was when you exit curtain, make a noise, make yourself known. That's one of the first things I was taught to by my trainer, by Killian, by everyone. A guy I look at a lot, Mr. Ooh La La, one of the greatest of all time. First thing he comes out, big ooh la la, like it's perfect. It grabs people's attention instantly, and I just wanted to kind of have that of my own. So I thought, oh, the little funny noise. There you go.
I love it, man. Yeah, like Killian has the shooter. Yeah, that's smart to have that thing. But to me, it was very synonymous with you and only you, man. So I like that. It's kind of almost like passed down or whatever it is through the generations, man. That's really, really cool, man. And I did want to ask you this, man. I was telling you off air, like we've been a big fan for a long time. Like this really is long overdue. But the way you do your job, not only with like the entrances and, you know, the interference and all that stuff, you taking your fair share of bumps as well. I know you had trained at one point. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But the way you are with the fans is one of my favorite things, man. You're so great. And even the kids, especially, like, particularly what comes to mind is, you know, Killian and Erica having that feud. Guys, if you haven't watched that cinematic, it is a masterpiece. Dude, there's so much I want to talk about. But this little girl is cheering Erica on in the crowd during the one-on-one match. I think it was for the title at the time. And she's like, come on, Erica. Like, her heart was in it. Like, that's what it's all about. I love it. She's so excited for Erica. You just go up there, you foolish little girl. Like, you didn't say anything like mean or anything. You're just doing your job, man. Like, what is your philosophy when you're out there at ringside?
I try Words just kind of spout out, you know.
But there's a humor to it too. Like,
yeah, I think it's a sense of I definitely want, and not to reveal too much of how the sausage is made, you know, but there always is a part of Big Dust as the character that I find to be the smarky little dickhead, part of my French.
Yeah.
But, and I want that to go through. And what's better than saying something like that to a little child? They're going to feel stupid. Some people are going to laugh around them, be like, oh my God, what a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Start getting on me right afterwards. Right. So it's a lot of, honestly, sometimes it's a lot of just trying to make myself laugh, or some of the fellas laugh, the people that I'm managing.
Yeah, I like that. I think in the business today, like, you know, there's a lot of like this old school of thought, and there's like this newer school that I feel is ahead of the curve, like is a little bit more fourth wall breaking. And I see a lot of that with you guys, but also like embracing the cinematics and all that kind of stuff, man. So I want to ask you this, man, very general question, but we are going to talk about the Moran N Friends movie. We're going to talk about February, which is fantastic. That short film as well. Really good. I won't give away too much on that. But how did you start? Because I think I listened to Moran's podcast, and you said you kind of enjoy the more behind the scenes stuff too. Starting out as a wrestler, then becoming a manager. Now you guys are doing these great cinematic stuff. Like, how did that start for you? Was it the Pro Wrestling Magic, big gosh darn cinematic, or what was it?
It started when Killian McMurphy won the 1CW Bulletproof Championship, and we won it as the pandemic was kind of reaching its peak, and a lot of places were shutting down, and we were throwing around the idea of like, okay, we're not going to be able to have any shows or like defend this against people. And then a concept, I forget exactly who said it, either me or Killian. I'll just say it was both of us together, kind of like one of those joint meter of the minds thing, where we both had the concept of defending the championship, not against wrestlers, but against actors, against people with an acting resume. And then from there, it spun off into a lot of the big goddamn cinematics that you see on YouTube, like started off against Eel O'Neill, then went to Phil Stamper, then went really crazy and went to some of my filmmaker friends, Nate Colt, Kyle Walls with Big Bob. Then a podcast held defense, the Robbie Radke one. And it just came from the philosophy that I have is like, we know what wrestling is. Everyone knows it. Everyone knows the match and the beats that are supposed to be in there. But what else can it be? What else can we do with the medium? Why can't a wrestling match be a podcast? Why can't it be a story through less of the lens of a in-ring action-oriented fight, but a normal 3-act structure short film?
Yeah.
So just trying to push some boundaries, have fun with it also.
I love it. And again, I think you guys are ahead of the curve. Like, I think a lot of you are like, I called you a national treasure. I'm standing by that, man. The stuff you do, Killian does, the Goons, Erica, I feel all of you transcend wrestling in a way. And it's really cool to see when you guys did that big cinematic for Pro Wrestling Magic. That was so amazing. I could tell how much work and time you put into it, but it was like the little nuances. Like, I literally laughed out loud a couple times, like when you whack Erica over the head and she like passes it, like she did that perfectly. It was kind of cartoony, a little slapsticky, like it was great. But when you guys are with her in the car and she's talking, and the best way I can describe it is like you guys kind of have like the half closed like Garfield eyes or like whatever. I was just like you and Killian perfectly, like your facial expression, like just the expression, not even just like the bit. It slayed me and it killed me. Like, what was kind of like, I don't like acting, man. Like, I'm a drummer. I like doing like the interviews. I like doing the podcast. Commentary is perfect because I'm not on camera. But like when you act, like what's kind of like your mindset? Like, how do you do all those like facial things and like those little nuances?
Acting. Well, Acting was what I was into before wrestling was even a part of my life. I was a theater performer, and a lot of times, especially when you're on stage, the crowd is miles away from you. Well, at least it seems to be that way. So your facial expressions have to be very big and have to be very cartoony. In order for people to pick up the emotion. And I think that's where a lot of my style kind of comes from. I'm not very nuanced with my performances, but it's a lot of that. And it's a lot of the more over the top you're being, the more you're telling the audience how your character is feeling in the scene. Erica's being real annoying in the back. Of course, I'm going to show that through my face.
Yeah, it's amazing. And I bet there's some, I'm just putting it out there. I'm not saying you guys have to release it. I bet there's some amazing outtakes from that. If that ever like airs, like you guys need to do that. But
we have like a collection of them. I save basically everything I've ever done on my hard drive. So there's just like a whole storage of them. We might be doing something with them soon, but we're still in the works with it.
That's amazing, man. I'm super excited for that. And you talked about your style. I quite literally want to talk about your style. Again, hashtag wrestling fashion winner, man. I want to talk about the suit you're rocking, that pink vest, man. You won that week. Everyone voted for Dust. It was a landslide victory. It was amazing. Absurd. And I also want to talk to you about this, man. You cut your hair. And to me, I was like, oh, that's a big thing. Tell us about it. Yeah, it's coming back looking good, man.
I look like hell right now to a certain extent.
You had like that signature, like, I don't know how to describe it, but like it worked and it still works now. But like, you know, you talk about like the little nuances and things, man. Like talk to us about, you know, hashtag wrestling fashion.
Well, I think me winning wrestling fashion was very fun.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I actually really like that outfit. I wish I had better pants for it. To kind of spin it off into another like kind of conversation. I don't know if you exactly had that in mind, but like my style, literally as a performer, when starting out, you could probably find them somewhere. I used to wear this disgusting, like bright chrome suit.
Oh, really?
It was when I first started out, and and you know, a lot of guys when they start, they wear the big flashy stuff, and trust me, some guys can really pull it off. You know, I can name off a couple on the top of my head that do it like amazingly, but I never wanted to. I wanted to stick out by wearing less, because I knew what I was bringing to the table was going to be enough. I didn't need the bright colors and everything. I knew my facial expressions and everything I would do on the outside, and the people I would work with would bring me to the level that I would need.
Yeah, man, it's awesome, man. You're killing it, man. We're such big fans. Like, we love seeing you and everything you do, man. And I look forward to working with you more at Magic and everywhere we go, man. It really is an honor. But I do want to talk about this. We're all about the shameless promo here on the BCP. You guys just released a short film. It's really, really good, starring Killian, Sonny Kiss. I don't know how much you want me to give away. I'll let you take the lead on that, man. It is very good. A little bit of a curveball, I'll put it that way. And if I can say that, really, really well done, and phenomenal performances by everyone involved. Tell us a little bit about February.
I mean, February. It's been a long time coming. We've had the concept for the film for quite some time. I think ever since the big goddamn set of Magic. We've had it of just a romantic comedy that turns into something different. Yeah. And the first person that comes to mind is Sonny Kiss. I mean, Sonny Kiss, one of the greatest wrestlers on the planet right now. I think that's an understatement.
Jersey's own, I believe. Yeah,
exactly. Very, very talented, very, very easy to work with. And there's a lot of history there, you know, between the two. And Killian told me when we were going about the process of like getting it together, he said, I want you to write this. try to be as nuanced as possible, which is definitely what I tried to be, because a lot of folks, I tried to be as artsy as possible with a lot of the shots, but also like the pretentious part aside, I think working around two performers that aren't usually in roles like this, like Killian and Sonny, this is the first time they'd ever done anything like this.
They did great, both of them too.
Exactly. And just writing for them was very fun, and taking some of my own personal experiences with the themes of the short film, the loss of friendship, of love, of going away from someone and what that might do to you. And also there's a lot of subtext that you can kind of scrape up if y'all wanted to. I won't reveal too much of that. A lot of like, what does it mean to become bigger than someone else? What does it mean to move away from someone else? Less so even from a physical standpoint, from an emotional standpoint. What does it mean for another aspect of someone's life and career completely washes over your former self? And there's a lot to take away from it. And I think it's the best thing I've ever done. It surpassed a lot of the short films in the past I've been very proud of, a lot of the big goddamn cinematics, and that's no slouch on any of those projects. I love them. I love working with all the people. It came out perfect.
Dude, it's so good. And now that you say all that, like I like to look for like little things like that. And I'm definitely going back and watching it with everything you just said. I want to talk more about it. I'll have a couple things I want to say. I'll say to you off air because I don't want to give anything away. Guys, check it out. Where can everyone check it out? Find that right now.
You can check it out pretty much everywhere. It's on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. I believe YouTube, you look up Sonny Kiss versus Killian McMurphy, Valentine's Day. Right there. Killian's got it on his Twitter right now. Same with me. Our release schedule, we pretty much put it up everywhere.
I love it. And guys, again, check that out. And you guys also did something really great, the Christmas thing, which was amazing with Santa. I didn't even realize when I was doing the bit with Shane, like, I knew you guys were going to be Feud of the Year. We had some great nominees, but you guys, like, and no slight to anybody. I'm friends with a lot of these people. They've done amazing things. I was involved in some of it, which I think kind of disqualifies a lot of it. But more importantly, you guys went the extra mile, locations, filming, like you said, bringing it into the podcast world, into the social media world, into the ring, outside of the ring, different promotions. It was really well done. It was well deserved. It was a resounding like vote for all you guys, and you deserved it. So we had Santa reveal that you guys were Feud of the Year.
That bastard.
I didn't think anything of it. Your tweet, I'm like reading your tweet. Like, imagine being shot by Santa and then him giving you, or it was Killian or something. I lost it. I was dying, man. That
bastard. I tell you, he's a real fickle one. He is.
Tell us about that whole Santa sketch that you guys did. It was, oh my gosh, it was crazy. Who was Santa? Is that anyone I knew?
No. That's that's one of the people that was in the first cinematics. For those of you that don't know, Big Bobby, one of my best friends, an actor friend of mine. We've done so many projects together. We got a couple projects coming up with me and some of that acting class and everything. Just working at the cinemagic, working with Bird. If I can just say this, I owe my career to Bird. I love Erica Lee so much, bottom of my heart. She's one of the most talented people I know. Can't say enough good things about her. Santa Claus, though, that son of a bitch could rot in hell. All right, I tell you that.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, check that out if you haven't already. And we'll keep it going with the shameless promo. Johnny and Alex, they're my guys. I know they are Goon-adjacent, as you put it on his podcast, which is a very interesting concept. I get it. But we talk about Moran and Friends, the movie. I'm not giving too much away on this one. Guys, check it out. It's coming out this Sunday, February 20th. Shameless promo on YouTube. I forget what time it's releasing, but check it out on Sunday. It's going to be awesome. The part where you're, and this is in the trailer, so I can talk about it. The part where you just burst into this acapella thing, I lost it, man. And then like,
that's not me. I do my best. Okay?
I thought it was improv.
It was improv.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying like I can't take the credit for that. I had Robbie Radke. That dude, my God, not only an amazing human being in and out, I got a set of pipes on him. Got a real good set of pipes.
Nice. That's awesome, man. But tell us what it was like, working with Johnny, Alex, shameless promo for the movie. And, I talked to him a bit about it. And he said you guys had a little time for improv. He left it very open. He had certain things he wanted. Obviously, there's a major storyline with you guys involved. What was it like being a part of Moran N Friends, the movie?
I mean, Moran's one of those people. I mean, I met him and just like instantly clicked. He's one of the nicest people I know.
Yeah.
I feel like he had a trust with the Goons. He understands the Goons. Same with Alex. Alex understands the Goons and what those characters are and what they bring. And him and Alex just letting us kind of riff and trusting us to bring out a good product. It means the world. It honestly does. And I had a blast that day at the sanctuary it was filmed at. One of the most beautiful buildings I've ever been at. My God. And got to manage the rock and rip. Are you joking?
Dude.
It's
amazing. You guys, like I always say, like you're a national treasure, man. The stuff you guys are doing is great. And the cool thing about the Goons, like I always say, like, you see like a lot of guys like, and this is no disrespect, this is from an outsider looking in, like you see a lot of guys maybe in tag teams or factions, and sometimes they get pigeonholed or, they're limited in opportunities. I feel like the Goons, first of all, super popular, super over, but you guys kind of transcend all that. Like you're getting your singles runs, you're getting your world championship title shots, the tag titles, wherever you go. There's different variations of the Goons where you go. Like, how are you guys able to navigate all that? Because you don't see that a lot with factions in the indies.
I think what sets us apart from a lot of other factions is that each and every single one of the Goons have a genuine friendship with one another. I mean, it goes beyond like, oh, I trained with these guys. And like most of the guys in there, I would technically say are my trainers, people that brought me up and I owe my career to. But it's like, I genuinely enjoy my time around these people. People like Miles Millennium, Eel O'Neill, Saul, AK, Rob, Killian, Nelly. It's just they're people that I love, and I think people notice that, and we can spin it in a way to where people will see that and they think, oh, these guys are bastards because they're just a bunch of we are the assholes in the back of the cafeteria that have a table and we chuck milk cartons at everyone when we don't care. That's the vibe.
And you guys are marquee and you guys are main event, which is really, really cool. There's humor there, but it's also taken very, very seriously, man. Not to be cliche, man. I try to stay away from the cliche questions, but two-parter, man. What are the goals for the Goons moving forward? And not more importantly, but conversely, what are the goals for Big Dust moving forward?
Goals for the Goons, 5 seasons and a movie.
Nice, dude.
I'd say.
Cool. Yes, I'm with you.
No, just we have a lot of content coming out. I have Goons. We're gonna keep going. We got the SWO tag team championship.
Yeah, what's with that poster? Are you taking on Mr. Met? Like, what was that? The Philly Fanatic? It's like you guys. What was?
We're
that?
taking on Webb Hatterfield, all right, whatever that little guy's going by nowadays. Okay, the little outfielders, they're gonna have some fun. I'm not even sure if this will be released by Friday.
Hopefully, yes. Hopefully, that's the
Okay.
plan. By Sunday, at least, yes.
It will be us, Gummy Boar, the outfielders, and old Benny Slater going at it in an old Goons tag. All right. And we're going to have a blast. And then afterwards, we're going to beat whoever SWO wants to send at us. And we're going to keep those tag team championships.
Sounds good, man. That's awesome. But second part of the question, what about Big Dust, man? Is it to, not to be cliche, but is it to be, dude, I love what you bring to the table, man. Is it to be a manager of someone? I know you had done the training. Now I believe you're focusing on the managing stuff, but also you have a lot of behind the scenes roles as well. Is there someone on that national level you'd like to work with? Would you like to bring your guys up? Is it more behind the scenes stuff? What are the goals for you?
I mean, the individuals on like who I'd like to manage and everything. There's not too many, to be honest, because I find the individuals that I accompany to the ring, I need a personal connection with, and that's very hard to come by because I'm not a manager. I am a asset. I am a friend of the people that I accompany to the ring. There are some people that I would like to, that I would love to take under my tutelage. I would name a couple. If Bird was to ever say, hey, you need some help, I'll strap on the feathers instantly for Bird.
Nice.
In a heartbeat. And it's like Sam Beal, love him, love to work with him more. But as opposed to me, I mean, I really want to beat the living shit out of Eric Martin. That's kind of my plan right now.
Okay.
He's a punk.
Yeah.
I really don't like him. I don't know if you've heard of him or anything. Most people haven't. He's like some kid. He just works at the gym a lot. And he's just, I just hate him a lot.
Yeah.
He really sucks. And
There's a few.
Yeah, he's real rude to me on Twitter too. And I think he's got another thing coming if he thinks he can keep talking that smack on me. All right.
Wow. Is there someone, because like you working with Erica made so much sense. Like it was a match made in heaven, like you, Johnny, Alex, match made in heaven. Is there anyone, like I'm trying to think off the top of my head, is there anyone out there that you see that is kind of doing like the stuff that you guys are doing or that you'd want to connect with? I'm trying to think if there's anyone else or someone you maybe just want to feud with.
John Taffer from Bar Rescue.
Okay.
You know John Taffer? I
heard the name.
Yeah, I'd fight him in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I could beat him up. And also Eric Martin. Eric Martin, buddy, you got another one coming if you think you can fight me, bud. I tell you that right now. I'll sock him good.
Wow. And again, all about the shameless promo. Got to talk about, we mentioned a little bit, working with Erica. You got the podcast coming out now. Love the attire, by the way, the feathers, as you mentioned earlier. Tell us a little bit about that and what people can expect. You were doing movie reviews, right?
Oh, Birds on Film. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
It is a film review series starring me and Erica Lee. And basically just taking a look at a lot of films that me and Bird love, or one of us hasn't seen, or maybe we both haven't seen. We have so much lined up right now. We should have a little review coming out on the end of the month, right after I recommend people check out the Boss Baby review, as well as the Moonstruck review. Two very, very good videos, if you ask me. And it's like a fun project. And it originally spun from like a completely different concept I had. And then Bird wanted to talk about Moonstruck just on its own, and I was like, well, let's just like try this. And I've always been a fan of that type of content on YouTube, like a lot of film review and video essays. And I said, why not just do it, take my own spin on it, have fun with it? And it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome, man. Guys, you know the deal. Subscribe, rate, comment, give that 5 stars. It's really, really fun. You got Erica Big. I mean, come on, what else do you need right there? It's amazing. I always like to ask like a non-wrestling question. You know, I feel like we have wrestling where it's so much theater, then we have podcasts, like you said, and then it's how all the sausage is made. What besides, you know, the acting, the directing, the producing, the obviously not managing, but being a friend, as you say, of the Goons. What are you into like outside of like all that kind of stuff, man? Like I know a lot of wrestling people are into like the superheroes. Are you a musician, man? Are you an artist? Like what else are you into outside of wrestling?
Outside of wrestling, I do a lot of theater. Trying to get back into it. It's a lot hard trying to find decent roles that I want to actually audition for because it's such a time restraint. Play a lot of video games.
Okay, what's the top game?
Of all time, like my favorite video game.
Because like I know Killian loves like Sonic and all that. Right?
Okay, well, so, like, what's my shtick?
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite game series is Mass Effect. If anyone hasn't played it,
okay,
it's brilliant game series. Right now, I just beat the new Pokemon game. Pretty good.
You sticking with all of them?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Nice.
Love it all.
Blue or when it came out, blue, red, or well, you gotta go blue or red. Which one was your favorite?
I was more of a blue kid. My first Pokemon game, this is going to reveal my age.
Yeah.
But was actually Emerald for the GBA.
Okay. See, I'm older. So for me, it was blue and red. That I legit bought a Game Boy because of those games, man. And blue is the correct answer, by the way. Favorite
they were so easy, simple. I still love them. I stuck with it. Replayed it a lot, you know, and it's just so easy. I just turn my brain off and I just have a good time.
Yeah, dude, they're so good. They hold up too. Favorite Pokemon of all time?
You might not know him. Emolga. Yes, it's a newer one. His name is Emolga. He's a little flying squirrel rat. He's real cute. If I'm working with the original, 150, 50 something, I would have to say. I'm gonna go Muck. I like Muck a lot. I had a Muck. Muck was one of the Pokemon I remember using a lot as a kid in like Pokemon Stadium and stuff. So love Muck.
Now I know 2 people that have caught all 151 in those original games, like where you had to trade and like find the glitch. Have you caught all original 151 in the original games?
Yes.
My guy.
Every one of them I try and do I try and fully complete and do the complete 151.
Good for you, dude. You have my respect, man. Well done. Pokemon Go, yes or no?
Yeah. So I'm a fan. I feel like when Pokemon Go first came out, the world was a better place. It just made sense. Everyone was outside having a good time. Everyone was like the vibing, and then free. Exactly. And then it just tanked.
I retired once. I caught all original 151, like the Continental ones when they have like the little
pack it up. I'm going.
All right, I know we're going on a tangent here. Last Pokemon question. There's a point to this one though. Did you ever collect the cards at any point?
Yes, I actually have a collection of cards somewhere in this room. I have a whole entire binder of them. I don't know because I know they're huge right now, like collecting spaces and like collectors. So I always wonder about going through them. I'm sure I have like a couple decent ones. I think I have like an original Pikachu that I looked up, goes for like a couple hundred, not too much, like nothing crazy. Like I think like a Charizard went for like something like 100,000 or something crazy like that.
Dude, okay. So, and the reason I asked, I don't know if you have them, but I have a couple of I'm not going to sell it to you. Don't worry. I'll give it to you. I have a couple, like, I think it was the first or second movie came out. They had the legendary birds and they were in the plastic, man. And you have to you can't really see because they're in the plastic. You have to kind of like pull like you can finagle this. You can see which one it is, man. So if you're missing any or you need one, I got you.
I'll have to see.
Nice. You got them, don't you?
Probably. I saw that movie so many times when it came out.
Oh man, it's so good, man. Those hold up. And talking about theater, I just wanted to ask you this one. Are you big like Broadway like show guy? Do you have like a favorite show?
My favorite Broadway show of all time. There's a couple of them. Forum's really good. A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum. Very good show. Shrek the Musical, a little unorthodox pick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was very good. Probably my favorite show of all time might be Next to Normal. It's a little another kind of unorthodox pick. It's a very good show. It's a musical, very, very beautiful. A lot of fun performances. Also, like producers, Mel Brooks.
Oh, come on.
Love it so much. One of my dream roles. I haven't. It's always eluded me.
Okay.
Consistently, like a lot of places around are always like, we might be doing the producers soon.
Oh.
And every time I run for it, something happens or I don't get casted. So yeah, maybe one day.
Favorite Mel Brooks movie?
Oh my God, that's so tough.
You guys must pull from a lot of that stuff. Now I see the stuff you guys come out.
Yeah, I've definitely gotten a lot of my funny bone from Mel Brooks.
Same.
I mean, I think Blazing Saddles is the perfect film, I would say. I don't say that for a lot of movies. There's a couple of them, though. I don't see a flaw in it.
Wow. Yeah.
For what a film is trying to execute and trying to do, Blazing Saddles being a comedy that takes a satirical look at people's viewpoints. It's perfect. It's hysterical. It's just biting. Every single scene has a joke. It's the perfect film.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I'm a big Mel Brooks fan over here, so I'm glad. Like as I'm getting to know, that's why I love doing these podcasts. I get to know everyone a little bit better, man. It's so cool to see like your influences and inspiration. And speaking of this, man, last one from me. I just wanted to ask you, man, someone who's been around the business for a while. You've done a lot in the business, behind the scenes and in front of the camera as well. What would you say to some wrestlers that are trying to get over to get to that next level? Or some wrestlers that are trying to get heat from the crowd, because you're very good at doing both at the same time, and you work with a lot of great people, man. Any advice you would have for some of these like newer up and comers that are really just trying to kind of stand out like you guys do? He doesn't want to give away the secrets. Yeah.
Don't do too much. Don't do too much. Do just enough. Also, if you're looking to do something completely out of your comfort zone, do it. There's no loss that could ever happen that should stop you from doing something that you want to do.
Wow. Very well said, man. That's awesome. And me just like learning on commentary. Now I'm doing the backstage interviewing, man. So I really like learning from you guys. And I'm like a sponge. Like if I do a good job, if I do a bad job, I'll ask some of the older cats. They have a very different opinion than some of the young up and comers, man. So I'm always just trying to absorb that, man. And you're absolutely killing it, man. But before we get out of here, we are all about that shameless promo here on the BCP. Tell everyone they can follow you on socials. Are there Big Dust 8x10s? Because I need one.
Not yet. We're working on it over here at HQ, but first we got to take down the Christmas decorations a little bit. Okay. You can find me on twitter.com, Big Dust __. Same with Instagram, Facebook, Dustin Wilson. You follow me on YouTube, Dustin Wilson. Follow Birds on Film on YouTube, Birds on Film, me and Erica Lee, film review show, very good. Check out the Big Goddamn Cinemagic, February. Check that out. You can find that pretty much everywhere. And support the Goons.
Support the Goons. I got some good t-shirts I saw too.
Oh, I was just about to say,
please
go to What a Maneuver for the Goons store. Get yourself that beautiful t-shirt of me and Killian sharing a little spliffy with old Woody the Pooh. That's my favorite design.
Oh, I saw that.
by Stephen Pike. He is a dream. And also there's the picture of every single goon. We are looking to add Saul somewhere on the shirt. He will be there soon. So
That's the 8x10 I want. I want all the goons on one, and then you go around different events and get them.
exactly.
Get them. I'm such a mark.
We'll
But
work on that. We'll work on that.
yeah, Dust, dude, so good getting to know you a little bit better. Really appreciate your time, man. Stay safe out there. Continue success moving forward, my man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ew! There it is. And like we always say here on the BCP, everyone stay safe, stay positive, take care of each other. We out. Peace. 5 seasons in a movie.